Good morning, it is Sunday morning, about 5 to 9, and we're actually going to Cardiff for the first time since the pandemic struck. It's been months. We were on the train, we're a little bit early, we're the only ones in the carriage. Every single window was closed in the carriage apart from one, which is no good for ventilation, is it? So the first thing I did was open every other window. Give my hands a good wipe afterwards. Izzy and I have got a really full itinerary today. I wanted to make the most of getting down to Cardiff because this is the first time we've been since March, I think, early March. I haven't seen my mum for all this time in person. I haven't seen her at all, but I am today because we're going to get off the train at one particular place and she and my dad are going to meet us and we're going to have an hour socially distanced in the fresh air together in that area, and then going to get back on the train again and go into Cardiff Centre, and Izzy's going to meet a friend who she hasn't seen since the start of the lockdown. I'm going to have a mooch about, do some filming probably, and then we're going to reconvene. And she's got a class to go to, which she hasn't been to since the start of lockdown. It's been running for the last few weeks, but we didn't want to risk the public transport. As the door's shut in, I think we're off. Hello, darling. You all right?
Hello.
You excited?
Yep.
I think it's going to be really hard not to go crazy and just forget it's a pandemic once we get back to our old familiar surroundings. I think the temptation to just nip in and out of shops willy-nilly is just going to be very strong. And cafes. Speaking of coffee, I totally, out of habit, made myself a coffee to take with me, and of course I can't drink it because I've got a mask on. I'll have to wait till I meet my parents. Isabel's giving me a stern look. I couldn't resist, I lifted my mask up a tiny bit and had a little slurp. Nearly got coffee all over the mask. And she gave me the eye.
It's not okay, Mummy.
She told me off for not having any self-control. It nearly slipped right down mid-swig. Can you imagine if I had a great big coffee stain by there? Everyone wouldn't know what I'd been doing. We're just coming to Ponty. There's a grand total of 4 of us in this carriage, so it's been pretty easy so far. We have to change here and get on a rail replacement bus. Izzy confiscated my coffee. Well, I haven't done any filming like this for a while. I'm so glad to be getting back to it. We're heading down the stairs around that way now to get on the bus. I see the bus by there, which I think we're going to get on. 10. Blimey.
Yeah, 40 faces, alright?
Yeah.
But only 10 are allowed on it.
10 only. Well, I presume I can sit next to you because you're my family.
Yeah.
Thank you. I've got no hands free now. Plenty of place to put my bag then, if nobody can sit there. See, this is why I was worried about getting stranded later. If only 10 are allowed on the whole coach. Off we go. Back to our adventures, and it is. Not going to be many of these, I don't think, for quite a while. I'm going to make the most of it now. Izzy's refusing to let me have the coffee, but I was only going to take it off her to hold it, to unburden her. Now I'm not filming anymore. Well, I wasn't. She said no, because you have no self-control. Is the river down there? So this is Pontypridd we're going through now. Back in February, I think it was, we had that awful storm Dennis, didn't we? And this is the place that got catastrophically hit with flooding right down the main street, and so many businesses were impacted. I have observed that not one single window is open. Thank you. That train's weeing. I've met my parents, we've had a nice socially distanced time together, and now we're just getting on the train to Cardiff. The windows are all shut, so I'm going to go around and open them for some extra ventilation to dilute that potential virus. The moth is following social distancing. Look, he's sitting on a seat that you're allowed to sit on. Clever moth. We've managed to get a table seat, which was pretty easy to do since there's nobody else on the carriage at all. Alright, give my hands in. Go with this now because I've just touched every other window in the entire carriage. I'm attempting to use the GoPro with the Rode wireless for the first time. Hang on, I'll show you what I'm seeing right now. Ta-da! So hopefully this goes okay. I've got to remember to turn that on and that on and that one. Izzy's just popped to the loo.
This train is for Barry Island. The next stop is Cardiff. Thank you.
I've now broken the other tripod. Oh my goodness, the mini one. We're getting off the next stop now. This is Cardiff here. And we're getting off at Queen Street actually, and Izzy's going to then go and meet her friend, and I'm going to have a mooch around. Time to get off. Well, that was a very empty train. I think 2 other people got on it, and that was it. So far it's been eerily quiet, which is good, isn't it? Very quiet here as well. This is really weird. I just bought a new family and friends rail card because ours expired in June, and I hadn't realised because we simply haven't been using public transport for all this time. We've got a green van. I just realised I've still got Izzy's sandwiches. I'm absolutely starving. Normally, in normal life, we eat picnics on the train. We arrive rested and refreshed and ready for adventure, but not today. Can't eat on the trains at the moment. A bit difficult with the mask on. Can't get hold of Izzy, so she's wandering around with no drink or food or money. So hopefully she rings me back. I swear that seagull's eyeing up my sandwich. Look, there's a great big light there focused on the Capital Shopping Centre, and I noticed there's a board here. They're doing some filming in there at the moment, so that must be what that's for. I could do with that light. My house for when I'm vlogging. The first thing I noticed that's different, apart from the fact that it's not very crowded, is all these markings everywhere. Loads of these yellow lines. I don't know what this signifies actually, this one line here. No idea. We've got arrows. Oh, we've got a one-way system. Oh, I see. I did not realise that. Wearing off already, look. Now, why have we got a big random yellow thing there? What does that mean? Anybody know? Another big yellow curve here. What does that mean? I think the one-way system's quite a good idea anyway, pandemic or no pandemic, because quite often it's sort of like squidging between people on a crowded day, and I wonder if this legacy may remain with us. I hadn't realised how much I'd missed just seeing people out and about, just hanging out in the streets, because they've started to do that in my town as well, where I live now, since the restaurants have opened again and people can sit outside and eat. It really makes a difference. It really brings a place to life. Well, there aren't queues for every single shop. Like Matalan, there's no queue there. There was for Primark, but they did seem to be steadily going in, but there was a man on the door clicking them in as they went in. At this present time in Wales, it is not mandated to wear face coverings inside shops, but it is in England. No queue for Poundland. My dad says it's all different in front of the castle, so let's go and have a look. Oh my goodness, he is absolutely not wrong. It's completely blocked off to the traffic, look. They've got those barricades there. Are they the ones that go up and down? They don't look like it from here, do they? Oh my goodness, look, they've got rows and rows of outdoor seating for restaurants. That's a good idea, isn't it? Could do with that everywhere. Oh wow. Look, we've got sprayed circles on the lawn there. Can you see? Socially distanced. There's an arcade there. Duke Street Arcade. It's empty. Big sale on there. I've switched back to my tried and trusted handy cam at the moment because that's the first time I've used that road mic system out and about, and I'm just worried that if it didn't work I will lose a whole day's worth of footage unless I do some on this as well, because at least I love this. Anyway, Izzy rang and she's in the castle. She said it's free to get in, so I'm going to have a little look in there. Oh wow, this is new as well. Hello Frindii, hello friends, that means. Let's go in and have a look then. I suppose they've made it free so people have got somewhere open air to hang out in the pandemic, that's my guess. Croeso! Got a one-way system here as well. Look, they've got a pedal-operated sanitizer, that's a good idea. I'm going to use that now. So I've quickly noticed that not everywhere is open. The main doors to places, the keep, that bit there, the big house, you can't go in those areas, and in fact whole areas are cordoned off. So although it's free to get in where it's normally extremely expensive, you can only really access the lawny bit, I think. Don't know about the toilets, maybe the calf, I'm not sure, probably. There's the old drag. Please do not climb the dragon, as it's for photographs only. Damn, I was just gonna, you know, shinny up the neck of the dragon there. Not really, I was joking. So they've got loads more picnic benches out and about in the open here for people to meet up with each other, that's good. I wonder where Izzy is and her mates. We might spot her at some point. She can't hide too much in this area, can she? So you can't really go in anywhere. Here by the entrance we got a couple of the birds of prey that are permanently resident in the castle. I think they are anyway. They have some that are permanently resident. Oh, he's a bit of a preen. This area is cordoned off, as you can see. Can't get in there. Yes, the toilets are open, so that's good to know. You can nip in for free and use the loo if you need to. This is so eerie for me. I've grown up in Cardiff and I've rarely not been to Cardiff at least once a week, you know, for most of my life. So this is just so strange to come back after all this time away from it, and it will be so same but different. I think things are stranger when it's juxtaposed with normality. If it's just strange on its own, it doesn't have quite as profound an effect on me as when it's blended with something that was familiar. The crowds are moving away from the birds, so I'll have a little look. Hello.
Oh, it's usually open in seconds. Like, it's usually the time to get there. Like the power in their feet is just immense. The crushing power, like they just cringe. Like when they just grab and crush. Like it's ruthless. Like it is over in seconds. You know, even when they grab a rabbit, you know, as long as they grab it on the head, it's dead in 30 seconds.
I'm going to head back out and have a look at the rest of the streets anyway. It's funny, I just instinctively went towards the crossing to cross. Don't need to use the crossing to cross anymore. I'm going up High Street now. Got this one-way system painted here as well. And lots of outdoor seating has sprung up. That's a beautiful building, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. I've just seen the fourth person on an e-scooter since I've been in Cardiff, because they're not legal to ride, and I really wanted to get some. For me, and it is. I was being very conscientious and haven't, but lots of people are on them. We'll hold out till the law changes, as we're very law-abiding. There's High Street Arcade. Oh, I've missed all the lovely big buildings in Cardiff Centre. So nice to see them again. Cardiff Indoor Market. Closed. I never noticed that timepiece up there. I wonder how old that is. Oh my goodness. It's funny, I'm noticing so much more now that it's much more of an occasion to come here. I find I quite often don't look up in my own normal area where I hang out. Just look forward, keep focused on the task in hand rather than gulping around at the scenery. I'm seeing my own city like a tourist. He's doing a dab, look. Izzy asked me on the phone, could I buy her a pair of black Converses or black and white Converses? I'm not fussy, she said. I know somewhere that probably sells them, so I'm going to head there, and it's in one of the arcades. Gwent Music. Did get my flute service there once in an emergency when I couldn't nip over to Lisbon one year. A pad had gone on my flute. I think I might have figured what this big thick line is for against the buildings. I think it's so people can queue without becoming intermingled with the crowd. But I don't know what this big loop is for. Why can't people... Ah, I know what it is. It's separating one flow from the other flow. It took me a while. Oh dear. I got there in the end. Hayes Island Cafe Bar. It's not as scary as I thought, you know. I thought it was going to be way worse. Anyway, I'm going in there to find a shoe shop which has in the past sold Converses at a reasonable price, so I'm going to get my mask on and try my luck. It's quite good timing actually, because that rain that was forecast is just starting to spit a bit. Something I hadn't noticed before is all the extra staff employed with helping to manage the social distancing. They're very evident around the place. Enter this way. It's just kind of weird that it's so normal. I'm going to head up the escalator to where the shoe shop is. I don't think that's a very socially distanced escalator, look. Oh no, it is actually. Some of them are. Some more than others. Mind you, they could be family groups, I suppose. So I'll give them a while to space out before I jump on. I know what it's like though when there's people behind you. You know. Oh, they've even marked this. Woohoo! With blue footprints, so you know where to stand for the right spacing. Oh my goodness. They thought of everything. I've got a horrible feeling that shop I was going to go to is no longer here. I'm going to see if I can find it. Croeso nôl, mae'n gret I weld ti eto. Which means, welcome back. It's great to see you again. Oh, shoe shop, where are you? I can probably get Converses from a number of places. What I don't want to do is browse in and out like we did the other day. Oh, more queuing tape. See, this is all new and exciting at first, and it's not now. It's like, oh, not again. You see what happened the other day is me and Izzy were browsing in and out of shops, just on the hope of finding something she liked. And I don't want to do that right now. I want to reduce the number of shops I go into, ideally. I could get Converses online, but she could do with them for her class today. That's the thing, because it's a jumping around one, quite likely. And she's just got normal shoes on, which aren't ideal, but hopefully, under the circumstances, the tutors will be understanding. It's Lakeland. There's quite a big queue to get into the Apple store here, and I've noticed at the door they have a trolley. I don't think you can see it, but they've got disposable masks and they're handing them out to the people in the queue, which I think is great. I'm waiting for the blue feet. Ooh, there they are. I'm going into St David's Centre now. They've got a barrier here to keep the flows separate. I'm heading back towards Queen Street now. Feeling quite warm, to be honest. I'd be quite glad to get the mask off now. Getting a bit sweaty under there. I was just wondering where JD Sports was. Thought I'll just film these lovely hanging baskets. Whoa, it's here. Right, mask back on then. Well, found the footwear section. They're £52. It's too much money. No, they've got them in her size, but they're £57, so I'm going to have a look on Amazon and eBay and all that sort of thing. She'll just have to manage with what she's got today. I've got about 50 minutes left before Izzy and I have to set out for her class this evening, and I know what I really want, and that's to treat myself to a coffee. Do I go to Nata & Co for a coffee or Cafe Nero? I like the Nata & Co coffee, but from what I remember, it was very small. It was gone in one gollop. I'm not sure if they're open, actually. Oh no, No, they're closed. I like nata and co because I get a little taste of Portugal when I go in. They sell pastéis de nata, but not today. Oh look, they're still in business, it's just they're closed on Sundays. Nero it is then. I like Cafe Nero. Yes, I'm walking backwards because the lighting's slightly better. This is the life. I haven't done this in ages. I'm just sitting here contemplating the world and I suddenly thought, that looks like a giant plunger. That was nice. I was just sitting outside and an old friend called Jack came past and said hello and we had a little chat. So if you're watching, Jack, hi. Now I think I need to buy food for me and Izzy, but she bought herself food with what, I don't know. But when she rang me, she said she was eating already. She bought herself a meal deal from somewhere. So I have her packed lunch, but whether that'll be enough to keep her going for dinner, I don't know. I'll have to go and have a think now. I'm going to go in Tesco's, I think, and grab a couple of meal deals anyway. Better to have too much than too little, I think. They've got meal deals, £3 for a main thing, a drink and a snack, so it's not the healthiest, but it'll keep us going till we get home on it. I'm going to go and pay, and then I'm going to go and meet Isabel. Got all these little individual screen things. It's new. Well, new to me. I haven't seen it. Right, I'm going to do this. I've met up with the girls. Say hello to Charlie.
Hi! I am the Pac Mac.
You had a nice time?
Yes! Great.
Oh, brilliant.
Defied is 5'2".
Isabel is now taller than Charlie, and this has never happened before. Charlie used to be head and shoulders higher than Izzy.
And 5'2" apparently. She's 5'3". How is this legally possible?
It's because she keeps eating. My cupboards are bare.
How?
It's like a plague of locusts going through the house. These two have known each other since they were months old. I think you're about five months older than Izzy or something like that.
No, wait, we've known each other since we were babies.
Oh, you don't remember? I remember.
She's like 1 month older than me. I'm 1 month older. Yeah, I'm smaller than her.
Probably not for long. I expect you'll go berserkers and raid the cupboards too. We better go, haven't we?
I have a very big feeling Izzy will be taller than me by the time we're 20.
Maybe.
I hope so.
All right, well, you said it here. Let's see if that prediction comes true.
Yes.
In 5 years. Ooh. Socially distant hugging. It's the thing. Bye. Well, that's been an eye-opener to me that the girls didn't know they'd always known each other. So presumably you don't remember officially meeting Charlotte?
No, I've always just known her. I presumed I met her when I was like 6 or so.
I know Charlie's granny and we hang out in the same circle. We are going to Izzy's group now, Izzy's class, and I'll speak to you when we've come out. Bye!
Is he in pain?
It's gorgeous. Is he in pain? I don't think so. I think he's communicating something. Oh, here comes our train. Right, that was quick. Izzy's done her class now and I've helped out at it and it was really awesome. It's so fun to be back and we just got on the train home now. There's only one other person in the carriage with us. We're going to be on this train for a little while, then we have to change and get on a bus and that goes all the way to where we live then. We're at Cardiff Central. We've made it onto the rail replacement bus. Izzy's starving. I've made a joke about inserting a whisper bar under the mask so she can chew on it. She's like, yeah, go on then. She's eaten her pasta salads already that I bought.
Growing still.
Yeah, she has shot up actually. She's gone really tall. This is what we're next to.
Oh, I'm not allowed to use the iris.
No, I presume it's the same as the train and you're allowed if you're from the same household. It's getting dark now, and guess what? We're the only ones on the bus. Everybody's got off now, it's just us. We're finally back home. It's late at night. I got straight in and changed into my pyjamas because I feel like I've been swimming through potentially COVID soup all day. Well, we had the absolutely best day that we have had in about 5 months. I kid you not. It was lush to see my parents. It was lovely for Isabel to catch up with her friend Charlie, and it was really, really lovely to be back into the group that we go to as well. It's just absolutely lush to see everybody, and they were all so welcoming as well. If you liked this video, please consider giving it a like because it really helps the channel to grow, and I really appreciate it. If you're new here and you'd like to follow more of our story, feel free to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!